Welcome, guys, to Let's Play Trails in the Sky FC. Today, this is a start of another JRPG series I like and love, and we will be showing everything there is to offer. All dialogue, all treasure chests, and all DP. Okay, not all dialogue, there's dialogue for failing side quests, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So we can pick our difficulty. We're going normal, because I value my sanity. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Scherazard's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored! Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope. Fit is a fit. That reminds me, though. I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing boat? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play with it out. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with the dog. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead, if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Scherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please try quickly. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change this up. Ow! Quit yelling! Alright already. But jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear Relling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance by that made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? Um, it seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... And I'm already losing my voice from all this talking. It's so bright in here. Ah, hmm. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then, too. These sprites have no mouth. Nice, Joshua. Bravo! Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start playing. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. But that might, with that sound song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age. I am hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. You may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. Now that makes my loyal follower or something, wouldn't you say? Would you agree? Yeah, how fortunate. You at least sound a tiny bit sincere. Really, it's a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Life. That's right, The Whereabouts of Life. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a sap, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who goes fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish with sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. For your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the crumb, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling this stuff? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to put that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right, there'll be a review of everything you've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore. You still lack understanding. You can only become a junior bracer again, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here. Instead, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, though. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training? Don't you remember Scherazard saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, though. Your brain is like a seed. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, though. Cher's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scared she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about ruin-style scalloped fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than the self-cooking cook can handle. Or a stomach. You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude! But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. It's supposed to begin the latest edition. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from General Goods Store. Receive 500 rupees. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means don't waste the whole thing. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give my Scherazard my regards. By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright if we stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? We haven't been here for a couple of days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. Don't worry, I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon. That's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. How about yourself? Shouldn't you be going over to the guild? Scherazard is waiting, right? That's probably right. We'll head over to the town. West Bright House. North Roland 49 South. South to Green Gate 259 South. So, Roland State is in the opposite direction. You're not sleepwalking again, are you? How about you just be quiet and keep the comments to yourself? Looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard for some bracelets. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracelet in the first place. So I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through this last stage on the chart. You look ready to meet. Assuming we share the bracelet guild over here there then. Well, that is where I'm going to end today's video. Next time on Trails in the Sky, we do the bracer test. I will see you all then.